story about the 2015 shootings at the Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina, opened up the inaugural Color of Conversation Film Festival here in Denver Thursday night. The festival is a showcase of the innovative works of filmmakers of color and featuring conversations with those who have broken barriers. And among those featured, actor Tim Reed, who we are pleased to have with us here today. I know so
I find missing in a lot of, I'm an artist in resident at Morgan State University, and I do a documentary class every so often. And I think the thing that frustrates me most about the college students of today, regardless of race, ethnic, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's a lack of commitment to a goal. I mean, they're there, and they're memorizing the things they need to memorize, sure, but in terms of understanding the power of media, the power of what it is they want to do, they have not a clue. You know, they take a lot of pictures of food, they take a lot of pictures of themselves, but to use that camera to tell the story of 9 people killed in a church, to use that story, that camera, no matter what it is. Many Oscar-nominated films, especially in the documentary category, were made with iPhones.
Right.
You know, and few of them have won, and they're wonderful films. So to try to get young people to understand the need to control your images, to control your media, to control your propaganda is a hard thing, because they're being force-fed and spoon-fed everything they need to know.
And you were telling me earlier off camera, you work hard at this craft. You're constantly traveling, you're constantly working on projects.
And I decided when I left Hollywood a while back, and I built my own studio, and it didn't work as well as I had hoped, but I decided what was missing. Why did that fail? Why did certain things as a filmmaker didn't happen for me the way I wanted? And I realized because I didn't have a team. I didn't have people of like mind who had the same interest in telling the stories in a proper way, responsible kind of entertainment. So I decided to build one. So I created an institute and started traveling the world, training and working with young filmmakers in Nigeria, in South Africa, in Cuba, in England, all over, Cape Verde, Ethiopia. And now they're all filmmakers, and we work together. As a matter of fact, we're getting ready to launch a business together. And one of them I'm bringing to a festival I'm doing in November, and he just did the world's first virtual reality documentary, and it's incredible.
Wow.
It's about the young women who were kidnapped by Boko Haram. They're doing incredible work, but you have to go out and find these people.
And I think the whole point of this film festival in Denver is to be able to have voices, different voices from different walks of life participating. Why do you think that's important? I mean, you're scouring the earth for these voices.
Yeah, I think it's important because if we don't do it, not only democracy, but any form of government is going to fail. Yeah. I think that's what brings down a civilization, a lack of exploratory education, art. I mean, if they had not taken these kids out of back in the day and walked up into the hills and said, it's too hot in Rome, let's go up into the hills and study, and they call it academia. And that's the whole university system started back then, because people didn't want the same thing. They wanted to get away and be out and open and think, as opposed to just memorize. And that has to happen now. Our educational system needs to be reborn.
Well, and it goes back to how we started the conversation. Change.
We have to.
Embrace it.
You don't change, you die.
Tim
You're going to die anyway, but you don't die happy.
I like that better. Dying happy. Tim Reed, thank you so much. It's been our pleasure to have you here. Thank you.